So you got your favorite fishing reel on the boat. It's a Penn Senator 4060. This happens to be a 40, whatever the case is. However, you got your clicker on. You got to disengage the clicker and it pops back on you. So you can't get out of the click mode. And even if you do, all of a sudden a little bit of vibration on the boat. That didn't work out.
Alright, so you're fishing with one of your favorite fishing reels, the Penn Senator 4060, 30, whatever it is. This happens to be a 40, and got your clicker on there. Fish takes off, clicker engages, you gotta take the clicker off. Clicker's still engaged, and you can get it down to staying in the silent mode, and the vibration are fighting with the fish.
So you're out there fishing on the boat with one of your favorite reels, and or it could just be on the shore or wherever else, but it's your trusty old Penn Senator. This happens to be a 40, but it could be a 60, 30, 90, whatever it is. You have your clicker engaged. Everything's great. Fish takes off, you hear that clicker sound. You gotta take the clicker off. Still on. Still on. And if you play with it, hopefully not losing the fish, and you get it to set, not in click mode anymore, and a little bit of vibration off that boat, and you're back into that click mode. So in today's video, we're going to show you how to take care of that problem. Hey y'all, so today we have the side plate for a Penn Senator 40 high speed, and the clicker on this is loose, so we're having it. This keeps popping back into engaged mode, even when you take it out. And what we notice here is there's a little bit of play in this tongue here. So there's two ways you can go about this. One is that distance or gap between the peened end of this post and the click tongue is it's there, so it's causing some play in the function of it. You could repaint that, but in this case we have a click tongue that has a significant amount of wear on the edges here, so even if you did that painting, it's likely it's not going to stay in the proper place because it's just not enough support on the sides anymore. So today we're going to show you how to replace this, and what we're going to start with is you can use a Dremel tool, a file, anything you really want that gets the job done, but you're essentially going to shave off or reduce that top part to where you can just push that pin out. So we're going to do a bit of an upgrade here to the newer style where you have the click tongue and the E-clip versus the peening of the post on the on this knob here. Alright, so I'm going to get this taken off. Again, you can do it however you want to do it. You can grind it down, shave off the sides and just pull it through. Your goal is to just reduce that to the point where you can get that out, just that top part there. Alright, so I'm going to get that done, come back to you guys and show you how to replace the clicker on this. Okay, so we've ground it down to pretty much flat, so there's not a lot of extra metal on the sides that are sticking up over the click tongue. It's important to get it really flat, or pretty flat, but make sure that the edges are as clear as they can be in terms of going down through that shaft. So now at this point, what you can do is, before you do anything else, make sure you clean this stuff out. So I'm going to clean this out. Because I certainly don't want that stuff flying up in my face. Then at this point you can just take a nail, or I'm going to use my little screwdriver here. I'm just going to pop that through. Hold it up in the air, but you can rest it on the table as well, like with a little cylinder on the bottom so you can have some leverage. I'm trying to reduce as much stress on the frame as possible, so I'm just going to go straight for the shaft there. And take anything. You can take a hammer. I'm going to take this. And that was a lot easier than it normally is. That's good. And pop it out. So I just put the screwdriver straight into it like that, and just applied some force right here to knock it out. All right, so now we're gonna take these pieces off. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, and then we're going to come back to you and show you how to put the new one in. All right, before we get started with putting this stuff together, let me let me talk about a few things here first. Obviously, if there's a significant amount of wear on this click ring, you probably can't use it, or you probably can't do this method. However, if it's just like a slight opening or maybe some wear on the edges, you can certainly bend one below the other and kind of push in to squeeze that closer together. Don't go too hard because you don't want to crack anything. But see, now we have them pretty close together, which is perfect because now you can fit that tongue between it. The second thing, which is not in the correct order, obviously, I'm not sure if I said this already before, but if you had any concerns about filings getting into the bearing, certainly remove that before you do any work on this. And that filing down to this post here is really quick. It took me, with a hand file, it took me a couple minutes. So it's not difficult at all to do. I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I think so. All right, so we're gonna stick this in just like this. I'm gonna take this tongue here, just put it over it, and we're gonna open that a little bit to drop it in place just like that, and you'll see that it works nicely, right? Now what I'm noticing here is, I know I'm gonna put an E-clip on this, but I'm still seeing a little bit of play, and I would prefer not to have it there, but it's not the end of the world. So since I have a few shims lying around, I checked some out to see what would fit over here, and I have two that I want to use on here. I'm going to put one on the bottom, and this is not the exact fit, obviously, as you can see, but it'll work, which is why I'm using it. Another one on the top here. Again, that's not the perfect fit, but for this scenario, it's going to work fine. And now we have a lot less play in this. All we have to do is pop this this E-clip on, and we can test it out. Make sure this is on. Excellent stuff. And that's going to sit there really nicely. A really nice and simple process to restore the clicker on your Penn Senator that has that peened click post in. Replace it with the ones that have the E-clip. Much simpler to replace after this. Obviously, just popping that E-clip off and putting a new one in, or putting a new click tongue or a new post, whatever you're doing, whatever the case may be. In anyhow, I hope that helped a lot of you, some of you guys out there. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe, that like button, and be sure to tell your friends about the channel. And I think that's it. We'll see y'all next time.